Hello, 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 hello. Cool, working. Uh, just going to continue where I left off. I'm not going to do Duolingo because I want to just get into it. So the create element, I'm going to put the actual code in now. Oh, actually, I just realized these. I've basically resized everything so you guys can see a little bit better. But I've just realized that the the tabs I can't read. So let me just try and figure that out as well. Fonts and colors. I figured out that this is has different options here, and there was one called environment which I changed. I guess let's see, there must be one called tab somewhere. I don't want to have to do this. It might actually be in. No, it probably is. Yeah, because it's probably gonna be customized actually. Um, toolbars, table designer, view designer, layout, menu bar, toolbar. Any tabs in here? Context menu. Let me just Google it 1 second. How to change tab length in Visual Studio. Oh, so frustrating. Tools. Okay. Um, C++ code style, indentation, tab size. Aha, no, that's not what I meant. uh, change tabs. Uh, font. I don't know. Font, yeah. Uh, access. Visual Studio tabs at the top of window. Here we go. Document tabs. Document tabs. Ah. You can manage your document tabs in the virtual list. Select tools option. Tabs and windows. Okay, cool. Let's try that. Tools, options, tabs and windows. Let's do that 400. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. That's looking pretty sweet on the video now. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So I've returned a new object now, and I think we had this test that we're gonna make. So if I go into the test, let me just get rid of that. We have a factory tests agent, and it should create an element. And I'm making a new factory. I'm creating the element, and I'm testing that the element does not equal null. So this should have been null actually. So it probably means that it wasn't working before. Let me just close everything. Try this again. Where's our factory? Factories, there it is. So I think literally just had null. So let me just go and put that in again and make sure it's failing. Oh, and also I want to be able to run these things from the command line. So run Unreal Engine unit test from Visual Studio from command line. Run automated test from command line. Here we go. To run all of the automation tests in a project, you run that, or to run a single test, do that. I guess I actually probably want to run an individual test, but we'll see what run all does. It's probably going to run like every single thing, right? Game name. Okay, let's just see. So if I go to Tools, Command Line, Developer Command Prompt, can I stack this here? No, I can't. Maybe I'll just, whoops. Maybe we'll just bring this over to the side, like so. Well, maybe a little bit bigger. And then we're going to change this to Science, Game, Automation, Run All. Let's try it. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, where is the executable? That's a good point. I think maybe it's in a C drive. Let me go off the screen for a second. Launcher, engine, binaries, Win64. Is there a UE4 here? Ah, there is. Maybe not. UE4 editor.exe. UE4 editor.exe. I don't think it's that. Let me, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go and search for this. Where to find UE4 editor.exe. To be able to call from the command line, you should add the following containing these shortcuts to the path: C programs, Epic Games, engine binaries, OS version. Engine binaries, OS version. So it should be here. So instead, let's do that. Let's cancel that. Let's change directory. Now let's try it. Nice, it doesn't like that. You can find the list of test by. Yeah, I have no idea where the actual game engine is installed. UE4 editor.exe is found where? Because it's saying, now that's maybe what I've done wrong. Maybe I need to go to program files instead. Epic, engine, yeah, that's probably it. Binary, Win64. So got to be here. That's the U I'm looking for. Oh, let's just search UE4 editor. Okay, that was good. Let's go back. Let's go to the type. Unreal editor. Yes, that's what I want. Of course, right. Okay, so let's go change directory again. We'll get up and it's not going to be that, it's going to be Unreal Editor. Unreal Editor.exe. Failed to open descriptor file. Science U project. Yeah, because that's interesting. So actually, it needs the U project file. So oh, and also that's not helpful that I forgot to put that. I might need to instead run this. Let's see if I actually run this in this area. Folder in File Explorer, this one. But then there is no executable there, so maybe if I go binaries, is it here? I don't think that's right. Oh God, why is it so difficult all the time? Um, let's go look through this one again. So it says to run a preset collection through command line is not currently possible, but it is on a list of things to do. Let me just go UE 5.1. Right, no one has any idea on here on the SS tracker. After some serious digging through the UE4 source code, here's the actual deal, which I leave here for the next suffering soul who can't figure this out. To run tests from the command line and log the output and exit after the test run, use yeah, path to test. Here we go. So let's do that. Let's open up Notepad. And then put that in. And this, whoops, no, close. Okay. Actually, I think I'll unpin that. Right. Let's get back to this. So I'm going to put it here, and then it's going to be forward slashes, and it's going to be science. Automation, run tests, source tests. Let's see what there. So it's test project. Run test, source test, unattended, no pause, test exit. Notice that the logs will, regardless of what you supply, ultimately be placed in here. Or, notice that for the Mac, this is outside of your project directory. What I need to do then, okay, well let's just see if this runs first. So I guess I need to take some of these out. Let me just delete that like that. Replace with, there we go. That'll do. And that's going to be Unreal, what was it? Unreal editor.exe. Unreal editor.exe. Right, let's try that. Maybe. And they're saying that it goes into that folder. So let's go there. Saved. No, backpack. Oh, God, whatever. What am I doing? Science, saved, logs. Might be that. Let's see. And I guess we're looking for a specific test, right? I do need to save actually. I'm looking for the it should create element test, so I wonder if that's in there. It's not. So it's not probably that, and I will go back to what the document the person said in a second. But that is the latest. Log output.txt, I see. And that's what I put here, I guess. Oh, it might have been screwed by that. Let's try that again. working? Nope. Didn't anything update? Uh, Interesting. Notice that for you can list automation tests using. Does you mean the editor command line or Windows command line? In the editor, you can use the automation command with parameters. In the Windows command line, you can specify Unreal command parameters with exec commands. To run all the tests in your project, just do that. So let's replace everything here apart from that end part. Let's give that a try. File to open descriptive file for project, and it most likely is because I need to have quotes around this. Let's just give this a try. The following modules are missing or built with a different engine. Would you like to rebuild them now? The following modules are missing or built with a different engine version. Would you like to rebuild them now? Sure. Ah, now that's new. Something's not because I'll try rebuilding from source manually. And I think we've just spotted something because the reason I put a question up on Stack Overflow about the element factory requiring no, not that. What I mean to say is the service. No, not service. Oh, what was it on? Maybe it was this. Where did I just declare that? Element factory. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, the C++ file. So it doesn't like the fact that this was declared here, right? Because if I try and build this, it actually won't build. And so then I had to put this like inside the header file instead. And I think there's a clue here that I've probably done something wrong. But let's just try build that. Just to let us feel a little bit high on blood sugar. Been chasing a low for a long time. I was going to start a long time ago, but my blood sugars would not go up, and now I've probably overdosed on sugar. So let me just do a little injection. Shame, really. Goes to show you how long carbs take to go in. All right, cool. Fine. So now that's building. Let's try this. Oh. Oh. What's happening? That's not quite what I wanted, I have to say. Let's just close that. And let's open that. What does this say? And there's no mention of this. I'd imagine there's no mention of the test in here. No. Not quite right then. Let's go to Unreal Engine's proper documentation. Not that it will really help, but let's go. unit test. The automation system is built on top of the functional testing framework, which is designed to do gameplay level testing, which works by performing one or more automated tests. Most tests that are written will be functional tests, low-level core or tests that need to be written for using the automation. Okay, so it's not that then. It's funny, isn't it? Because you would imagine maybe there's a guide here. So let me run this. Let's see if there's some kind of weird guide in there that might help. Because if you go to the front end session, pretty sure it's in there. I think we ran it actually last time. So tools, session front end, that's the one. Automation. And if I go and run my in fact poorly named test, let me correct that now. We'll call this science factories like that. I think I'll have to restart the editor unfortunately. Because I think recompiling doesn't update the tests. I remember that from a previous attempt. Right, tools, session front end, automation. I'm gonna look for science. Here it is. Here it is. It's taking me through to it. That was great. Didn't want that, but cool. And then I guess I can do that. Start test. And it's testing. Element should be null. It is null. So this should fail. And hopefully it failed. Cool. One fail. Yeah. So can I run this from? Let's see. What does this look like now? Aha! Oh, look. Yeah, so it has actually put it in here. Fail, result, fail. Automation controller. So was this in here before? No. Does it say what command was run? Let's see. Automation logs. That's interesting. So apparently in here there's automation reports. It does in fairness say it's clearing it. Run Unreal Engine automation from command line. To run automation tool under the debugger in Visual Studio, right-click the automation tool project and select properties from the context menu. Select the debug tab and enter your command name. Here we use sample command into the... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Automation tool. That makes a lot of sense to me. That I can just run it from here. Let's see how quick this... That's not working. Let's see if it's actually a thing. What does it say where it is? Developer? Oh, clearly not. Automation test. That's not what they said. Let's keep looking. Maybe programs. Nope. And then the editor, automation. Tool is not here either. So what is automation coming up with then? It's not a project. That's the problem as well. I'm guessing. I don't understand. So you can run commands under the. When run, automation tool finds all automation projects, saves as Visual Studio C# projects with an automation.c project extension, compiles them, and then uses reflection to. Hang on. Host program and a set of a host program and a set of utility libraries you can use to script unattended process related to Unreal Engine when using C#. So this is probably not what they're talking about. No, it's not. That's not it at all. Unit test or tests. So I'm not really doing functional tests here. I'm trying to test my class and code. Let's look at session front end. Front end, maybe. Bit difficult to read. Let's go back one. Sessions. Session console. Command. Maybe I'll have a look at this later. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Because it can probably do all this within a command line. Is there a way to save this then? Maybe add. Ah, here we go. So now if I go like away like that, I click that one. Oops. Stop. How do I stop that test? Oh no! I'm so sorry, let me just mute that for you, one sec. Oh, here we go. Done it themselves. That was silly of me. Okay, but, oh my god, no, wait. I'm so sorry. Let me just mute this for 1 second. Okay, here we go. So this test has started, but it's never stopped something. That's so strange. Can I stop it here? I'm hearing the audio test, you see, so I'm surprised because it's not stopping it. How strange. You'd hope they would stop the test after it's done. I guess it's not I don't understand this. I come from a you know, C Sharp, Java, Python, all those kinds of languages I'm testing. Never using like another tool to actually test it. Right. So let's try this again. automation. Let's do this. Is it going to load it? No. Ah, no, they are selected. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. So if I were to close this again, come back in, go to automation. Yeah, nothing's selected, and now if I go like that, they're selected. Okay, that's fair enough. Good. We'll keep that. Start test, and that's going to fail, and then we're going to add our actual pointer in, and this should now succeed, right? Whoops. So hopefully we can just compile the project. It's interesting. Can you imagine doing TDD with Unreal Engine? Take you so long. Okay. That's a good test then. We've got things going. The only thing I don't like is the fact that my factory is having to have this here, but it might be because of the pure virtuals are somehow lost in the Unreal Engine build tool. I don't really understand it, to be honest, because it's only building the headers, right? So I suppose in a way the linker is for some reason not picking up the fact that it has. It's strange. I don't understand it. Regardless, let me let's start then. So we now have an element, and we're creating a new element with this element factory. But I think maybe we should do like a builder. So we say I want an element that has this and has that and has this. I suppose the the builder's kind of cool because it can be fluent, right? So maybe we should aim for something like that. Let's do a fluent builder. Let's see how that goes at least. So um, let's start with changing this over to folder view. And then adding a builder. And then we'll have interfaces. And this will be an element builder. And this will be an element element builder. So they can have the same name basically. And let's basically copy this, but get rid of this stuff, element builder. And then this will be something like build oh gosh, I guess it'll be something like add neutron or add neutrons, and how many. n, and then we would say out, and you have to pass in an element. Element. Yeah, fine. And then we do element. Can I have type ahead, please? Is that not going to work? Oh yeah, because I need the build system to kick in. Fucking hell. What pain in the ass. Let's just do return null pointer for now. Okay. I think this makes some sense. Let's get rid of this and let's make this pure virtual. Well, yeah, let's do that. Element builder. Then this will be a copy of that. And in fact, this will be including. Let's just copy. Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. Oh, okay. Right, yeah. So that's that. Okay, and then this one is going to be builders I element builder. Element builder I element builder. And then this will be this. It'll override it. And then it'll implement it. I think that's right. Yeah. And then this just becomes the statement for it. I think I'm gonna do this from now on because it's quite easy to read like that, isn't it? And let's give this a now that's interesting. So on a class that is not or a struct that is not like Unreal Enginified, the parameter notation works, but when it's on an Unreal Engine thing, so for example, if I go to actors or one of these, well, let me just test something here because I'm interested now. Void sausage in A, in B, and if I do, oh, it does do parameters. Oh, that's so interesting. So I wonder what I was thinking of then. Okay, let's do that. Cool. I think at some point we did 2 forward slashes, but I'd like to stick to, you know, the good stuff if it does indeed understand it. Okay, cool. Services, data table loading. Right, so back to our element builder. I think we'll give this a nice parameter thing, and this is going to add neutrons to an element. The instance of the element you want to add neutrons to. How many neutrons to add? to the element. And let's just get these capitalized as well. Awesome, and it returns the instance of the element with the additional. Now here's the question: Do we pass? So if we've got a pointer we're passing in, it's pointing to the element, so we're always returning the same element. That means, but do we signify that this is going to be mutable, right? So let me see if I can do that. C++, oops, mutable. Example. Mutable. Here it is. The mutable storage class specifier in C++, auto register static and extern are the storage class specifiers in C. Type def is also considered as a storage class. Yeah. Oh, so much text. Just remove. This is just a mutable example for function parameters. No and yes, it's slightly different. Mutable permits modification of the class member declared mutable, even if the containing object is declared constant. I'll tell you what, let me do immutable. So I get, maybe you can't do that then. Declare C++ function as mutable to non-static and non-const data members of a class. If a data member is declared mutable, then it is legal to assign a value to this data member from a const member function. Examples of C++ mutable. Does mutable keyword have any? Mutable. Just try, because I'm trying to find a nice way of saying that what you pass in is going to be changed. But it doesn't look like you can do that actually. Ah! No. No. Mutable. Oh, that's such a shame. That would be lovely to say, hey, by the way, this function will tell me something's changing. It's such a shame that Firefox doesn't highlight on the bar where searches are found. Alright, you can't do it then. Fine. So it is mutable. So the instance of the element with the additional neutrons added to it. Okay. And then what we're going to do is fill that in, but we need to build it. So I need to undo that. And I think like element factory is still fine, isn't it? Because you can create the element, then you can pass it in, right? It's just that It's just that it doesn't need these parameters. Um, and then it at that point it feels a little bit moot because I can just new up a new object anyway. Um, so I might not need this factory and it might be a waste. Let me just leave it in there for now. Let me have a think about it. Oh, actually, don't need to. Because I have already git committed this, so I can always roll back to it. Let me just delete this whole thing. For now. And then our test is going to have to change. And also, these builders need to be CPP'd up. So let's go to here and let's make builders. New folder builders, builder. And then interface. Let's see what this has got in it. Nothing, it's got nothing in it. Let's just add it anyway. Not sure why yet. Element builder .cpp, and let's put the normal stuff in factories. That's gone now, and it's got access element. Okay, nothing there, and then the interface itself. I element builder.h. Ah, what am I doing? And this will just include the how do I do it? All the way from the root. Okay. Builders. Let's go builders. Interface it. Element. No. Interfaces. I element builder.h. Okay. Good. Let's call this builders. And that one called builders. Let's go and can I task runner explorer? Open folder in explorer. Ah, you know what as well, we need to go and edit these tests, so go to that. Rename this to builder test. It's fine. Builder. Builder. Let's go. Builder, nearly there, builder. Builder. And that's now different, but let's just continue. Oops. Science builders. I should have done a find and replace, shouldn't I? Classic. Okay, cool. And this one should be, it should add neutrons to instance of element. Don't need that, but I do need a element actor. Element equals new object a element actor, and then let me see here. Yeah, I think put this first actually. So we're gonna go and get the Builder item. Uh, mock. Well, it's not a mock, is it? Really, it's the virtual thing. So this, yeah. Oh well. Let's just do that. Why not? Why not? Maybe dollar. That'll do. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Inst of element builder. Like, it's so dumb. I hate this kind of thing so much. We'll go for underscores. I hate it though. Make shareable new element builder. Cool. And then that's the new object for the element. And then or maybe we just call this builder. Let's just call this builder. Yeah, that's better. And then we're going to use the builder and we will make a call to something, but we'll wait for the compile for that. And element does not even know. Okay, cool. Right, that's corrected. I think that's all the dimensions of the factory now. So let's go and close this down. Let's go and rebuild or regenerate. Yeah, check my blood sugars. I'm now worried that no, okay, that was a good decision. Sure. That means um that wasn't put into the what did I just do? I think I've just mucked this up. Include builders in element builder.h. Luckily, I think there was nothing in here, but I generated the thing without saving the file, so it would have generated nothing. Right, cool. Okay. I think that's fine, so let's try it again. I wish I could add that to the normal context menu rather than have to go show more options. Like, why did they have to change that? Damn it. I bet there's a way of stopping it. Like, just want that basically. It's not really useful. Okay, cool. So now with that, I can go to my test and actually get some type ahead. It should add neutrons to instance of elements, and then I should be able to get my builder, which hopefully has no type ahead. Virtual public add neutrons. There it is. How strange. No type ahead. I wonder why that is. Oh, it's there now. Why is it not coming up? How strange. Okay. And then we'll do number of neutrons to add equals 2. Well, I guess we'll start with 1, right? And the first parameter is the element, like that. And then we can test the element neutrons. Oh god, what is happening? What? Yeah, okay, so this is the important part. Um, what is an element in periodic table? And then we've got um, yeah, so what makes up an atom? So why have I not got neutron on an element? That's because I got rid of the atom, isn't it? That's why I said an element is an atom. Okay, fair enough. Let's do that then. So we've got uh, nucleus, neutrons, a neutron actor, and then protons. Neutrons? What am I doing? What the fuck is a neutron? Ah man, define neutron. Subatomic particle of about the same mass as a proton, but without an electric charge. Present in all atomic nuclei. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then you got the electrons. I'm an idiot. Right. Um, protons, and then I guess the shell owns the electrons. But we had discussed that the shell is only a way of explaining the layout of electrons rather than the shell owns the electrons, right? It's just that there is this energy field that we summarize as shell. So I think maybe the shell actor could be like almost like a builder or a logical step um, rather than what it is now. So I think we'll also put electrons on here as well, to be absolutely honest. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, and I'm gonna erase this. This is a bit moot at the moment. And we'll do electrons, and then a proton actor and a electron actor. Okay, cool. Why does this look so ugly? And then they're editable anywhere. No, I don't think they are actually. I think they should just be visible anywhere. Uh, yeah, because it's not that I want to be able to build like manually these things, right? So they're going to be coded. Is there a way to Visual Studio change all highlighted words? Control Shift L. Okay, that's a good one. I like that a lot. Control Shift L. That does not work. Oh, Visual Studio Code. Aye, aye, aye. Not quite what I wanted. Minus code. Visual Studio keyboard shortcuts. Let's see. Surround all. Surround with. Surround with. What does it do? Um, Select current word. Control W. There's quite a lot there, but so Visual Studio change all instances of Word. Yeah, I know that. It's just like I've because I've like done that. It just seems like it would be so nice to be able to just do a quick one. But anyway, what's replace all? Control Alt A. Mm, fair enough. Um, and then this won't be like that. It'll be whoops, whoops. It'll be blueprint read only. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got an array of all the bits and bobs we need. Good. Okay. Let's start off with that first one then. So now when we add a neutron, we just go for integer I equals 0. Yeah, exactly. Right. Element dot add no element dot neutrons dot add new object a neutron actor. Yeah. And then we go and return the neutrons. No, we don't. We do that. Right. I think that's fair dues. And so the same will happen for the other ones, but let's just write this test and let's just get this working first. Element dot neutrons. Come on, type ahead. I know what's happening there. Dot num equals 1. Let's do that. There we go. that's not readable. Let's do that. Cool. I think that's fine. So we go and make a builder, we go and make a new element, we say how many neutrons to add, we go and add the neutrons, we now test the neutrons are added. So let's do it without first. Let's run the code. Oh, errors. Yeah, I think I saw them. Error list. Output. It's saying sorry, it's just doing something. It's saying cannot include element factory, that's right. No longer exists, and we are on this factory file there. Next one, please. Cannot open include file element factory. Ah, yeah, of course. Yeah, and then this is going to be builders. Factory should be builder. OA. And then this can be builders too. Nice. So register that to the DI now. What else is there? One more. I know, a couple more. Oh wow, a lot of them. Can I open factories? Okay, cool. What next? What next? Find output. iElement factory. What's this file? It's the element builder. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get rid of that now. Let's do that. Now what? Elements. Wait. Element redefinition, multiple initialization. Where? Element redefinition. Oh, I see. Modified element. Or element with neutrons. Or result. Or element result. Let's do that. Nah, let's just do result. Makes it easy. Cool. So now we're going to run it. Go to our session front end. We're going to load our profile. Which has nothing in it anymore. But luckily, I can just do that. Save that. Run it. That's a fail. Good. And it was for the correct test, right? Element builder test. Yeah. Does it actually say what's in here? It doesn't. It's a bit of a shame, really, isn't it? And then we'll make it pass. So let's go back to our add neutrons. We're gonna put that back in. Now we're gonna rebuild. Ooh, what happened there? It doesn't know what that is. That makes sense. Include hash include. Oh, what's going on? My keyboard is so strange, but also I just changed to finish. The buttons are like kind of sticking now. It's such an old keyboard. Are you gonna help me, Copilot? Bah. What are we adding here? It's an actor. Actors. Neutron actor. Oops. No. Let's try that again. Cool. That's good. So let's mark that one off as done. And push that up. And I guess here's a thought. It should add neutrons, but the neutrons are always the same as the protons. So I guess we could have a method that you add one, it adds the other. But maybe let's leave that until a little bit after though, right? So let's do the next one. So it should add protons to instance of element, and we'll have an element actor, number of proton. Let's generalize this number to add, so we don't have to keep changing it. Number to add. Oh, yep. And then this will be number to add. And I think we'll do. Yeah, that's actually quite fine, isn't it? So then add protons. What are we doing? Protons, yeah. Okay, cool. So we need a protons method. Let's do that. I'm going to go to our builders. I'm going to copy, paste, add protons. So add protons to an element. The instance of the element you want to add protons to. How many protons to add to the element? The instance of the element with the additional protons added to it. Add protons. Protons are added. A proton actor. And then we need to go and include that. Let's see, add include. Good. This is overriding nothing, so now we need to go and declare the function inside the interface. Interestingly, because the interface is the one I'll be using, I should probably put this not here, but rather in the interface itself, right? Otherwise, it's a bit pointless on the instance. Yes, I think that's right. And this will be equals 0. Alright, looking good so far. Let's zoom out a bit. Can you still see this? Just waiting for it to zoom out. Oh, I'm way behind. Sorry, I can only act when it shows on here, so maybe I'm doing that. Yeah, you can still see, kinda. Let's go one in. Okay. Right. And then, so we've done that. So now our test, it should add protons. So we want this to fail again. Let's see if this picks up the new test. I don't think it does, which is worrying me because we need to solve that as like, I can't keep working like this if I have to keep quitting out, right? It's just not going to work. Let's see though. Start tests. Refresh tests. So it hasn't picked up. So how to reload Unreal Engine tests without closing, reopening editor. This is exactly why we need to do this. To do this in editor, you open the automation tab, connect to the session, and choose which test to run. How do you do it from the command line? Nota bene, not compiling Unreal Engine build batch files comprehensively covers both building the application and compiling it. Specifically, given that you have code that was 100% happy to compile, how do you kick the test suite off? Here's some more information from recent testing of 410. There is a bug in this that makes it so the test is flushed before they are run when they are started from the command line. B, it at startup. This means that the editor actually compiles a list of tests to run, which is then flushed by another part of the program. The editor then thinks that it has finished running all the tests, and since there is no errors, shows that they all succeeded. Do you mean the in-editor command line or the Windows command line? In the editor, you can use the automation command with parameters automation run all. So let's just see if that actually works. Let's see, commands. Is it enter dev or something? What's the time? Oh, it's 12:30. I'm gonna stop now. Debug. I've got to stop soon. Window. Where is it? Build? No. It must be tools. Debug. Oh, come on, here it is. Okay. So that, this may take a while. Okay. Well, it works, but I'm running everything, so I don't want to do that, right? I just want to run science. So I wonder if I could do. I wonder if I can do like. Oh man, it is going so slow now. Oh dear, I did not mean to do that. How do I cancel? Stop test. So if I do that, instead of that, I can do science dot star maybe? No. There must be a way of doing that wildcarding. Fresh tests. Run tests with wildcard Unreal Engine. Run automation. Okay. I wonder if I can just do science. Doesn't seem to be doing it, does it? And I'm guessing doing builders. Let's see, science builders, element builder tests will actually do it. List, I wonder if there's a help command for this. There may be. Can I pull this up? No. I bet there's a helper command. Ah, shame. Automation. Run. Oh man, this is not user friendly at all. Automation Unreal Engine parameters command line. It's not in there either. I wonder if I type or run all, what was it again? Run all tests or something. Automation, I think it was run all. Yeah, run all. I wonder if I search for that in here, that will find something a little bit more related to it. Yeah, look, here we go. Run all, oh, it's not even in there. That's weird. Oh my goodness, they've got the scribe before each. What? Hang on. We have added a new type of automation test to our existing automation testing framework. This new type is known as a spec. Behavior-driven design methodology. It's a very common methodology used in the web development testing which we adapted to our C++ framework. What? That's exactly what I want. How to set up a spec. There are two methods for defining the header for your spec, and very similar to the existing method we use to define test types. The easiest method is to use the define spec macro, which takes the exact same parameters as all the rest of the test define macros. Oh my goodness, exactly what we want. Define spec, my custom spec, same thing. I see. The only other alternative is to use the begin define spec and end define spec macros. These macros allow you to define your own members as part of the test. As you'll see in the next section, there is a value to have things relative to the this pointer. End define spec, define. The only other call out is that you need to write the implementation for the define member for your spec class instead of the run tests member, as you would for any other tests. Yeah, that's okay. Spec should be defined in a file with the spec.cpp extension and not have the word test in the name. For example, class might have the files. How to define your expectations. Oh, this is it. This is what I want. And it's not a long tutorial either. So actually, I might take a look at this now. I tell you what, I need to go to the toilet, so I think I'll stop there. I might come back on then I might just do it tomorrow. But this is exactly what we want actually. This is a bit more like what is it? Spec files is Jasmine? I think Karma or Jasmine, whatever, one of those. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Keep learning, keep loving. I'll speak to you later.